I don't feel like we've been slowed down at all. I do think that there are efforts to slow down this train, but the train is coming.
You're goddamn right.
Is that the ice cream truck?
Oh shoot, I forgot to play the song.
What's up, guys? Boy Fani. You know what they say, the Trump curse is real, and those who come for Donald Trump end up on the other side of the pain stick, ladies and gentlemen. And now it seems that Fani Willis is getting a very hard, well-deserved spanking on the big Fani. The judge, in that case, has gutted the entire case against President Trump, and most importantly, has, of course, humiliated Fani Willis, and Fani Willis may well still be herself the ones who gets put into shackles for all of this. We'll cover it all here in just a second. But breaking news, judge narrows election interference case against Trump in Georgia. Judge Scott McAfee wrote his decision that 3 of the counts could no longer stand because they involved accusations of perjury or false statements under federal jurisdiction. Oh, and let me tell you what, this is not something that they wanted to hear. The judge in the election for Donald Trump and co-defendants in Georgia has thrown out 3 of the counts on the indictment, including 2 counts brought against the former president. The original 41-count indictment accused Trump of and several of his allies of a broad scheme to overturn the result of the election. Trump was listed on 13 of them. Judge Scott McAfee wrote in his decision released Thursday that the counts could no longer be allowed to stand because they involved accusations of perjury or false statements under federal jurisdiction. Counts 14, 15, 27. And this is a judge who's already gutted this indictment. The judge did not, however, grant requests to dismiss the entire indictment. Trump's lawyer, Steve Sadow, praised the decision. President Trump and his legal team in Georgia have prevailed once again. The trial court has decided that counts 15, 27 of the indictment must be quashed and dismissed. The challenge to the counts were brought by 2 other defendants. But the lawyer for Trump confirmed that McAfee's decision would also apply to Trump. The case is currently on hold pending appeal from Trump and other defendants. McAfee's decision not to disqualify prosecutor Fani Willis. He did technically disqualify prosecutor Fani Willis. And it's been a while since we talked about Fani Willis, but it's worth revisiting. Fulton County DA Fani Willis must recuse herself or remove special prosecutor Nathan Wade in the Trump case, the judge says. So effectively, she did already recuse her. She was already like smacked down and forced and humiliated before the court. You remember all of this? Fani Willis wearing her dress backwards, wearing an upside down flag pin, freaking out like a lunatic on the stand, and is become a national laughingstock. But she may well be the one who ends up in jail after all this anyway. It will again, and her daughter's in jail, so it's going to be it's all in the family, as they say. In March, the same judge dismissed 6 other counts of the indictment, including 3 that had been charged against Trump. However, he said that at the time, the state could attempt to refile those charges because the issue of lack of information. Of course, this is happening in Georgia, in one of the very small, blue, decrepit, murder fest, crime-ridden, third world hellscapes called Fulton County. There are many nice places in Georgia, and there are a few atrocious places. And of course, this is what Fani Willis represents, where all the crime and all the horrors are. Fani Willis isn't interested in prosecuting any of that. She goes after Donald Trump, but she gave us Donald Trump's mugshot, and that shit went hard. So we thank her for that. Thank you, Fani. Georgia judge has dismissed 2 of the 10 criminal counts against Donald Trump in Fulton County, as well as another one against Trump allies. The dominoes are falling one by one. Fani Willis' entire case, says Mike Davis, against Trump and his co-defendants must be dismissed. Big Fani got caught screwing the subordinate, taking illegal kickbacks, perjuring herself. The entire Fulton County DA's office is conflicted. The different prosecutor in a different jurisdiction can decide whether to refile these bogus, corrupt charges, says Mike Davis, who is a strong Trump legal ally. This is Donald Trump's lawyer here, Steve Sadow. Got to follow this guy. My comment as lead counsel for President Trump and the Fulton County case. President Trump and his legal team have prevailed again. All right. There we go. A refollow. There we go. Breaking: the judge overseeing Trump's RICO case, ordered a dismissal. This is the guy. You remember this poor dude. I say poor because he had to like endure one of the most excruciating and embarrassing things anyone's ever witnessed in history, in human history, by listening to the disqualification case against Fani Willis and Nathan Wade, where the two were obviously lying and were just a total and complete clown car that has carried forward, by the way, to present day. Who can forget?
Did you go to a cabin with Miss Willis ever?
Ever?
Ever.
All this time we've been together, thought a thing would last forever. Through thick and thin, good or bad, all I was happy, never sad. Now it's all gone sour, getting worse by the hour. Let's break up now.
No.
You've never gone to a cabin with Miss Willis?
No.
Oh, it's so embarrassing. It's all so humiliating. It's all so degrading to our conscience. Like, you really think these people, these are the smartest minds. These are the brightest bulbs in the box. These are the ones making the rules. These are the people actually running things. The emperor has no clothes. There's nobody actually in charge. Nobody intelligent. Nobody smart. Nobody ethical. The government is just an organized crime syndicate acting against us. We are the victims. A bizarre on-camera moment as Nathan Wade's handlers block ex-Trump prosecutor from revealing when Fani Willis affair began. Oh, this is a good one. Oh man, this is what a disaster they've been. They can't even get through a CNN interview.
What is your
keep
relationship
their stories straight.
Just as outlined earlier, we are great friends. We speak regularly.
Great friends.
The conversation has changed, though. Whereas before, our conversations were about this case. I'm sure you could imagine and appreciate the amount of time that it takes that you have to pour into a case, a case of this magnitude, trying to prosecute those defendants. But our conversations have shifted to how are you handling the threats that are coming your way? Are you being safe? And democracy, the case will live on, kind of thing.
Just to clarify, when did the romantic relationship between the two of you start?
Yeah, so we get into. There's been this effort to say that okay, these exact dates are at issue, and these exact dates are. I'm getting signaled here.
Yeah, can I go off mic for a second?
Yes.
Okay. Go off mic for a second.
Keep rolling.
Keep rolling. Don't stop down there.
So his lawyer comes in, so he can barely answer. He barely like put together a coherent sentence. His lawyer comes in and said, "You're about to perjure yourself, and you're about to, remember, we're lying here. We're like coordinating our lies here. So make sure that you lie correctly." The best and the brightest, ladies and gentlemen. Best and the brightest.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Just to revisit the question, it was to clarify when the romantic relationship started and when it ended.
Sure. So, I believe that the public has, through the testimony and other interviews.
Oh my God. Call of booty. Come on, man. Oh, the relationship ended. It certainly has. We're just together here in this traffic stop on camera. This happened just a couple of days ago in Battle, Georgia. DA Fani Willis showed up at the site of her daughter's arrest. Prosecutor Lover was also there. Oh, wow. Would you look at that? Nathan Wade is here. This is after they testified that their relationship is now over. They lied. They're a disgrace to the entire judicial system in the state of Georgia. The two of these two should be prosecuted, and hopefully they will be. Get a load of this. Fulton DA seeks to block Georgia Senate subpoenas. 3 judges recused from ruling. That's not good. 3 judges have recused themselves from a case concerning Fani Willis's attempt to block subpoenas requiring her to testify before a Senate committee this week. The subpoenas issued by the State Special Committee of Investigation seeks Willis's testimony and documents related to her ongoing investigation in the 2020 election interference. Willis filed an injunction to halt the subpoenas, which demanded her appearance at a hearing on Friday. Oh, yeah. In the filing submitted, Willis, represented by Roy Barnes, argued that the subpoena's broad demands for documents would harm the prosecutor's case. She requested permanent injunction. Oh, okay. We'll see. This will happen tomorrow, but never a great sign when all the judges are recusing and when the judge on your trial is tossing out your charges. What a mess. What a disaster. They all thought they'd come. They all thought they'd like have Trump in prison by now. And the way that MSNBC is covering this, the screeching and the crying, it's just delicious, salty tears. I am sodium deficient today. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This shows you the panic that is setting in.
We've got some breaking news out of Fulton County, Georgia, where Judge Scott McAfee just dismissed some of the criminal counts in the election interference case against Donald Trump and his allies. Joining us now, MSNBC legal correspondent Lisa Rubin. All right, what happened? What did he dismiss?
He dismissed 2 counts, as you just noted. Both of them are counts that also have parallels in federal law. And so one of them has to deal with Donald Trump signing a certification in a lawsuit that was filed in federal court in Georgia. This is the Trump versus Kemp case, where he certified or verified that all the facts in there were true as far as he knew it. The allegation is there was a conspiracy to file that certification, even though John Eastman and Donald Trump allegedly knew that it was false. The other count has to do with documents that were supporting that case that were mailed in. The charge itself was like basically filing false documents with the court. Again, it's a crime under Georgia law, but it's also a crime under federal law.
So do they stick to do they remain in federal court, or are they dismissed out? Right.
They were dismissed because of arguments about the federal supremacy clause of the Constitution.
So if they want to be charged, they have to be charged in federal court.
Yes.
With this stuff.